Magic Johnson is now under investigation from the NBA. Was he tampering with Paul George? So I have a lot of issues with this whole process when the NBA or the NFL, any of these sports leagues come out with tampering. He was tampering with the player. He was talking to him when he shouldn't have been. He was in communications with him when he was with another team. Okay. And that sounds all good and well when you are simply talking about defining a rule or making a rule. But when you actually have to define it, how do you define tampering? Like, first off, what is Magic Johnson supposed to do? He's not really there because he's a qualified GM or a qualified president. He's there because he's Magic Johnson. His aura and his influence are supposed to be that of such guys want to go play for LA. They want to go play for Magic Johnson. So if that's what he's there for, isn't he supposed to be talking to guys, kind of, being buddy, chummy, like, hey, what you doing this summer? Oh, your contract's expiring. You want to come play for the Lakers? Like, that's what he's supposed to be doing. And I understand there's certain guidelines, but if you're in a regular job and you go for a job interview because you want either a second job or you're looking to get a new job, your first job can't sue you or look into investigations and saying the other place is tampering because they're talking with you. Like, what do you even consider tampering? Is it just as simple as he was on the phone with him? Was it, they met up for lunch one day? Was it he invited him to his house? And then how do you justify tampering on the basis of what are they talking about? If we go out to lunch, we might talk about sports. We might talk about our jobs. We might talk about our families. Almost no one wants to talk about their kids. Usually that conversation for home. It's just like, hey, how are your kids doing? Yeah, they're good. They're not here. Let's move on. But how do you define what is tampering during the conversation? Like I said, the general and average person will talk about work when they're out with their friends. Oh, how was your job this week? Oh, it was this. Or, oh, it was good. Oh, it was miserable. Or, oh, my boss is a dick. So if you have a guy like Magic Johnson and Paul George and they talk about work, what is their work? And yes, I understand there's certain things you can't talk about work. If you work at a bank, you're not allowed to disclose information that is only for the bank teller. Or if you're higher up in positions, you're not allowed to give away certain codes. If you are in a higher position anywhere and you have information that is supposed to stay with you because it is imperative to the place of business you are at, obviously you cannot give away that information. But how do you define what is giving away that information for a NBA executive and a player? If they just want to shoot the shit and talk basketball, some of that stuff comes up. It's not like Paul George told Magic Johnson, hey, dude, I got this clause in my contract that if I can get the Pacers president to say this about me or I can get someone to make a press statement about me, I can opt out of my contract and I'm good and I'm home free. I can do whatever I want. And even if there was such a thing, how do you know that's what was said during the conversation? Like I said, when you're having a meeting with someone, when you're meeting up with someone out in public, you can talk about a whole bunch of different things. And to kind of finish this off, people don't like to say it, but everyone in sports tries to cheat. Like, think about that. You're going to say it's like, oh, no, there's people that have, there is dirty players, but these guys have good values. You give me one NFL corner that has ever raised his hand and he's like, yep, that was pass interference. I did it. No. The second they throw a flag for pass interference, every single one of them go, no, that's not me. No, that was not, I didn't do it. Even when you can clearly see them grab someone. When guys travel in the NBA, no, that's not me. I didn't do it. There's a certain aspect of, in sports, everyone they try to push the rules. They might not necessarily try to break them, but they are pushing. So you get this, like I said, I hate when they talk about, oh, he was tampering because they saw Magic Johnson and Paul George in LA one Saturday night at 9 o'clock. Well, if I'm Paul George, I'm like in my late 20s, I have millions of dollars, and I have a nightlife. I don't have a long-term relationship. Absolutely, I'm going to be in LA at 9 o'clock at night. Are you kidding me? Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. Also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. If you'd like to see more videos, click right here on my chest, and I will see you guys next time.